What is going on, ladies? Welcome to the video. I hope you all are having a fantastic day. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday and had an absolutely amazing week. As you guys are tuning in, let me know how your guys' day is going in the comments below. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. Going live a little bit earlier today because I know that it is a Friday and sometimes you guys have a hard time tuning in on Fridays. So playing around with a little bit of different times to see what would work best. As well, comment down below what time would be the best for me to go live to give you guys the most value possible to get the most of you guys in here. Would it be 7 o'clock? Would it be 6:30? Would it be 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock? Let me know in the comments below what time would be the best for you guys to be able to tune in, because I want to make sure I am getting as many of you in here as I can to give you all ladies as much value as I possibly can. But like I said, I hope you all had a wonderful Friday. My Friday was pretty good. Not gonna lie, it was a pretty good day, kind of just hanging out, getting normal stuff done. You know, I am a creature of habit. I love my routine. When I'm thrown out of my routine, it kind of throws me out of whack a little bit. So I'm never mad about being in a routine. Definitely mad about the amount of snow we got here, though. If those of you live in, Alberta, we got a ton of snow. I went outside to go to the mail this morning, and it was like up to my ankle. I was like, oh my god, there's so much snow. But, I'm kind of used to it. But it is March 4th, so I'm a little bit unhappy about that we have that much snow on March 4th. I feel like we should be going into spring now, but what are you going to do? But nevertheless, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. So today's video, ladies, we are going to be talking about how to speed up your metabolism. So a big thing that I actually see with ladies is, ladies come to me, they want to try and lose some weight, and they think that the issue is that they're eating too much food. But it's actually usually the opposite for most ladies, is most ladies aren't eating enough food. And what happens when you don't eat enough food is our bodies are pretty smart. It kind of sucks sometimes, but our bodies are pretty smart. And what happens is, if we're not eating enough food, our body starts to slow everything down. It starts to slow our metabolism down. It starts to slow how many calories we're burning down and everything like that. And that can prevent us from losing weight, is because our metabolism is slowed down so much because it's gotten used to the little amount of calories that we're eating. Say you're eating 1,200 calories, is your body has now become accustomed to burning 1,000 calories instead of 1,300 because you're eating that much, and it makes it that much harder to lose weight. So, in today's video, I'm going to give you ladies a couple of different things that you can do to speed up your metabolism, burn some more calories, and make sure you're absolutely crushing your fitness goals. So let's go ahead and dive into it. So the first thing that you can do to increase your metabolism and kind of get things rolling again is going to be a reverse diet. So I've talked about reverse dieting before, and essentially what that is where you slowly and incrementally increase the amount of food you're eating over time. So let's say right now you're eating 1,200 calories. What you do is you would bump that up to 1,300 calories. You do that for a week, maybe 2 weeks, see how things go. You start to get used to eating 1,300 calories. It starts to become a little bit easier. Your body starts to catch up. Okay, now you go up to 1,400 calories. Do that for a couple weeks, same thing. 15, 16, 17, and you slowly are going to build it back up there. And what that's going to do is, one, you're gonna feel so much better because you're gonna be eating more food, obviously. You're probably gonna perform better in the gym. You're gonna probably find that you have more energy. There's gonna be so many things that are going to benefit from that. The second thing that it is going to do is it is going to allow your metabolism to slowly adapt to that over time. So, you'll be at that 1,300 calories for 1-2 weeks maybe, and what your body is going to do is, over time, is your metabolism is going to get used to you eating 1,300 calories. It's like, okay, we're eating a little bit more food now, so now we need to start burning a little bit more food. Then it'll get used to that, and then you increase it a little bit. Then it'll do that again, start getting used to that, and then you increase it. There's obviously going to be an upper level that you can increase it to, but that's why you kind of do things like monitor your weight and monitor progress and stuff like that, so that you can get a good idea of where things are going, especially depending on what your goals are. You shouldn't gain too much weight on a reverse diet. You will put on a little bit of weight. Most of the time, it's just water weight from eating a bit more food, because obviously with food comes water, and with that comes a little bit of water weight. So you may notice the number on the scale go up a little bit, but it should even out because your body will be catching up to it. But you will get to a point when, maybe you're at 1800 calories where your body will start putting on a little bit of body weight because you are getting to the upper limit of what your metabolism can do. And that is kind of the point where you decide what you want to do. Do you want to keep going and gain a little bit of muscle at the expense of gaining a little bit of body fat? Or do you want to kind of stick where you are, ride things out for a little bit and see how things go? But most of my ladies that come into my program, we usually start them off with a reverse diet. We'll usually start them, 1,300 calories, then we'll work their way up to 1,400. And over time, their metabolism will start to catch up to them. Their metabolism will start to burn more calories and get used to that amount of food that they're eating. Like, for example, that is what I did. So last year when I finished my diet, I was probably eating like 2,000 calories. I was eating quite low. I'm now at the end of my off season and my lean bulking phase. Like, I actually start my competition prep this Monday, and I'm eating like 3,800 calories right now. I've obviously been gaining some weight with that, but that was the whole idea. But I bet you my metabolism is probably a lot faster now than it was, a year ago at the same point, because I've been slowly giving it more food. I've been slowly increasing the food, and it gets used to that over time. So that kind of leads me to the second thing that you can do to increase your metabolism, and that is going to be weight training. Weight training is a fantastic way to increase your metabolism. And now, how does it do this? So when you weight train, obviously, you're going to start building muscle. And muscle is what I like to call expensive to maintain. What I mean by this is that, the fat we have on our bodies, the body fat, that doesn't take a lot of calories to keep on our body. That's the unfortunate part. Whereas muscle mass takes a lot of calories to keep it on your body. So when you have more muscle, you burn more calories automatically because your body is trying to conserve the amount of muscle that you have and keep it on your body. So your body will burn more calories and your metabolism will rev up a bit more. So the more muscle you have, the more calories you are going to burn. Therefore, your metabolism will be higher as you gain more muscle. So a good way to do that, obviously, is to start resistance training in the gym. I see many women that are so scared of resistance training in the gym because they're like, I don't want to get bulky. I don't want to look like, a female bodybuilder. And let me just tell you, ladies, that is not going to happen. If you do things properly, you program things properly, and you're not overeating food, you're not going to look all big and bulky. You're probably going to look toned and fit like you are wanting to. So resistance training is something that is super duper crucial. I recommend resistance training a minimum of 3 times a week, doing some weight training, whether that's upper body, lower body, whatever it is, it doesn't matter the split, but I highly recommend getting in there and crushing the weights at least 3 times a week. Lifting weights is going to build you the body you want, ladies, not cardio, because cardio ain't going to build muscle. Cardio will actually burn that muscle that you are working hard to build. So if you're doing too much cardio, you're setting yourself backwards. You're taking 2 steps back and 1 step forward. It's not working because it's going to burn that muscle that you're trying so hard to build. So I recommend, personally, most of my female clients, they usually resistance train about 4 times a week. I think that is a good spot for most people. I personally do 5 times a week, but obviously this is kind of my job. My recovery's on point. I can mentally do it. I can physically do it. It's something that I'm used to. Not saying that you ladies out there can't do 5 days a week. I definitely think you can if it's something that you want to work your way up towards. But I think a minimum of 3 days a week is good, and I think a good healthy spot is about 4 days a week. It gives you enough time to recover between your workouts, but it's also providing enough stimulus that you're going to build that lean muscle, which is going to help you to increase your metabolism. So those are kind of the 2 biggest things that you can do to increase your metabolism, is the reverse diet as well as the build muscle. And the nice thing is those things fit very well together. The reverse diet and building muscle work very well together, because essentially how it works, in order for us to lose weight, we need to be burning more calories than we are eating. And in order for us to build muscle, that equation swaps. We need to be burning less than we are using. So, it's called a caloric surplus and a caloric deficit. The nice thing about a reverse diet is, because your metabolism is, used to being so slow and it's slowly catching up to you, is you can kind of do both things at once. You can actually lose some fat while you're building muscle. So that's the nice thing. If you are doing a reverse diet while you are focusing on resistance training and progressive overload in the gym, then you are going to be building that muscle while losing that fat. And both of those things are going to be speeding up your metabolism. So that's all going to bring your metabolism up to be so much faster, and it's going to put you in such a better spot. Like, for example, one of my female clients right now, she's eating a little over 2,000 calories a day, and she's lost like 4 pounds in the last like 3 weeks. She's eating 2,000 calories a day, and she's lost 4 pounds in the last week because we have her metabolism up to a good point. She's weight training. She's got lots of muscle on her. She's in a good spot to be burning calories, which is allowing her to come down in weight and lose that fat while still eating like 2,000 calories. Who doesn't want to do that? I know I want to eat more food and lose more weight. And so that is why these two things, these two things are very crucial. There's two things that are going to help you to be able to hit your fitness goals that much easier, because you're not going to be worried about having a damaged metabolism. You're not going to worry about your body being stuck in that spot, because like I said, the biggest issue I see out there with ladies is they're just not eating enough. You can't be building muscle, you can't be burning fat with eating 800 to 1,000 calories a day, ladies. You need to be eating enough food. Food is fuel for your body. I don't think you should be scared of food. I know that this is something that I did. I was very scared of food, especially if you've been heavy like I was. You're kind of scared that you're going to gain it all back really quick. But I guarantee you, ladies, that you are not going to gain it all back overnight. That is something that I had to learn. I wasn't going to gain 70 pounds back overnight if I ate a little bit of food. So over time, I realized that food is actually going to benefit me. Like now, when I start my diet here on Monday, I'm in a much better place than I was last year, because I can start my diet at 3,600 calories, and then I can slowly work my way down from there. So instead of at the end of my cut getting down to 2,000 calories a day, I might be at 2,400 calories a day. And that allows me to hold on to more muscle. It allows me to perform better. It allows me to have more energy. And it puts me in a much better spot because I spent that time building up my metabolism. I spent that time putting on muscle to allow my body to be in a good place to lose weight when the time came. The thing you need to realize with these processes, ladies, is they take time. A reverse diet and building muscle both take time. Like a reverse diet could be anywhere from 4 to 6 months, depending on how long, how little food you've been eating and for how long. It's going to take a little bit of time to get your body back into a good spot. But once you use that time and get your body into a good spot, once you go back to start losing weight, it's going to be so much easier. It's going to be so much easier. You're not going to have to kill yourself doing cardio. You're not going to have to eat 800 calories a day. You're going to be able to, lose weight on 2,000 calories like my one client is right now, because she took that time to put on that muscle. She took that time to build her metabolism up, so she is in a really good spot right now to start to come down in weight. She took that time to do those things, and then it allowed her to be in a much better spot. Come forward when she wanted to start losing some weight and start cutting down, it became that much easier for her because we're not killing her with cardio. We're not bringing her down in calories. Like right now with her, the biggest thing we're doing is she gets in about 12,000 steps per day. We have her step goal at 12,000 per day. Otherwise, she doesn't really do a lot of cardio throughout the week, and she's eating 2,000 calories a day, and she's lost 4 pounds in like the last 3 weeks. That's absolutely amazing. Wouldn't you want to lose 4 pounds in the next 3 weeks? I know I definitely would. But these two things, ladies, reverse dieting and putting on muscle, are going to be the best ways that you can improve your metabolism, that you can increase your metabolism. So they are two things that I highly recommend looking into. Obviously, they are a little bit complex and a little bit complicated. So if you have any questions about either of the two things that we talked about in this video today, ladies, feel free to shoot me a message. I'm more than happy to help you in any way that I definitely can. But other than that, ladies, thank you so much for tuning in. I really hope you got value from this video. If you did, be sure to drop your biggest takeaway in the comments below. I would love to hear about it. Thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out with me on this lovely Friday night. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys on Instagram and Facebook. So thank you so much for tuning in. And as always, I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.